Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media Sports. As we know, the bad news that just happened. Still, the World Cup is still going. England has been eliminated, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear anything of that source. But then, it is a bad news for the whole of England fans, and then also Gary Southgate's contract issues. If he's going to stay with the Three Lions, or is he moving on? Some fans would like to hear that. Some fans would like to keep him on because of another squad that will be coming on. Euros will be coming here soon, and there will be different players that will be. Reece James will be ready for the Euros. It won't be Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker coming from a long injury. He wasn't that fast anymore. So things will change. No, some people don't want to hear Gary Southgate's name, but then it's all football. You know what I'm saying? Todd Bowley edges to sign. And today's we're going to have a Chelsea news. It's all about Chelsea's news. Chelsea news, players that have been linked with the club. That's what we're going to talk about. We got lots of news to be giving out to you guys today. And then you have to join the panel, join the discussion if you feel like being here. And also Todd Bowley edges to sign England World Cup star Declan Rice as N'Golo Kante faces uncertain Chelsea's future. Chelsea are also exploring the possibility of signing Youssoufa Moukoko next month. Some Premier League also I'm being the race, talking about it. Believe that Joao Felix could even be available on loan at Aston Villa is also an option for him. Felix agent Jose Mendes is believed to be pushing the player on to the Premier League. The 18-year-old reportedly in advanced talk with Blues to be signed this January. Well, as we all know, his contract will be expired this summer, and there are talks also. This was being reported by the Athletic. And also, one more thing that I want to talk about: Mauricio Pochettino has told a lot of friends that he's on the Chelsea manager's job. I mean, concerned over Gareth Southgate's long-term future at the club. Barcelona are also close to signing N'Golo Kante, Chelsea's midfielder, on a free transfer, with talks already being told over a contract ahead of him becoming a free agent this summer. One more thing, after a good performance from yesterday's game with Mario Hutchinson, is he the guy? Is he ready to be a Chelsea regular starter? You decide. Join the conversation, and also do not forget Blue Clouds Media. We're here streaming live on YouTube and Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you will get this feedback. If you're on YouTube, you might get this information, this video over there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video on every platform that you find yourself. Bottom left corner below, subscribe as we start the discussion. And also, I'm being joined here by my co-host, Steven. Steven, welcome to Blue Clouds Media.
How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I know.
You will hear me.
We're
I
in there.
thought it cut out then.
Yeah, we're in there. There's nothing we can do but just talk about football. I know you don't want to talk about the in-game management of the World Cup game against England and France, but then let's talk a little bit about Gary Southgate. Do you think? I know you will say he doesn't merit, but I can think otherwise, that Southgate still merit to be a manager for a few more years. What's your take on it, on this decision? Either should he walk away, or should he terminate his contract, or should the FA sack him, or should the FA give him another chance to take the young guys through Euro again?
The report was coming out that he's actually considering his future. And honestly, he needs to go, because if we keep him, we could have a Belgium situation that they've had with the quality they have with players like De Bruyne and Hazard and all that. So I think we have to get rid of him to prevent having a situation where our young players.
Are you there, Steven?
Yeah, that's basically what I've got on it because the guy that's yeah, I don't know. I think it keeps cutting in and out for some reason.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, so that's your opinion. If I know he's trying to assess his future with, but to me, I would say this guy has worked with these players for quite some time now. He knows much about them. I mean, we know Southgate is a defender. So most of the time when he put his starting lineup up, people say he's being negative and that kind of stuff. But I think that he should give him one more chance to take these guys to the next Euro and see what he can do if they can really uh, pull up the magic to win the competition again. I mean, for one more time before they call it to quit. That is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, we're gonna move on to. Let's start with the first topic, the first transfer news. It will be Todd Bowley on Declan Rice and Nicola Conte. Declan Rice has been on the Chelsea's radar for quite a long time. Is it the time? Is it summer for him to move on to from West Ham to Chelsea, or do you think it can be in January?
It's definitely not gonna be in January, and everything that I've read and heard is that
Yeah,
it's very much being looked at by Chelsea and other clubs for January. If
yeah.
Chelsea go in for him, he's a Chelsea boy. He's got to choose Chelsea over the other teams. I think even if we somehow don't get Champions League, I still think we have a chance of doing it. Honestly, if we don't get it, I still choose because like you can see that we're building a project and everything, and that there's a long term plan. So I think if Chelsea go in with an offer, if he
I think we're having some connection issues here. Steven's voice, the voice, the microphone keep cutting in and out. I hope you sort this thing out for us very soon. Whilst he's doing that, I'll read some more of the messages over here. It is from Herbert. Herbert said Chelsea are going to spend big this summer and then also January. It is true, Chelsea need a striker. Our strikers are not pulling in. You know, it's uh, it's kind of difficult to say because Raheem Sterling is not really on top of his form. He's not putting in goals, and also who Obama Young also the goals are not coming. So who's gonna create? We don't have that creative midfielders. Broja is also injured from yesterday's game. So who is going to be the guy? Who at Chelsea looking up to? There's so many players being linked with the club. Joao Felix and also Moukoko. Moukoko, a very young guy from Dortmund. He cannot be the guy to take us forward because he's still in the developing process. He's not the guy that we have to keep all our gants on to bring him on to send us to the next level. He's here to learn, so he's not a guy yet. But January, you have to find someone to come and help Obama Young. But I don't see. I haven't finally read the update on Brojas yet. Brojas injury, I haven't got the update yet, but I hope that it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that bad from the videos and then from the scenes. The footage or the images that I saw did not look good at all. It looks like it's going to be a long-term injury for Amanda Broja. Welcome back, Stephen.
yeah, hopefully
Helbert,
it's all sorted
Helbert,
now.
if you're there, Helbert, join me over here. If you're there, I'll put the link in there once. Last time, I'm very sorry it couldn't work because I didn't sort myself out in the audio coming in. So I was able to rectify it. So if you're there and you feel like, talking anything, Manchester United, anything Liverpool, Chelsea, or excuse me, or anything from the World Cup, let me know. I'll put the link in there. You can join me over here, Helbert. All right, Steven, you on the
Yeah,
floor.
hopefully all
Yeah,
the issues are sorted now. If not, we're
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So yeah, we want Declan Rice and Nicola Conte future.
um
Are you there?
Yeah, it looks like wherever he goes, it looks like Kante's definitely got to be. Um, but yeah, I think Rice chooses Chelsea over anyone else.
It's cut it in and out. It's cut it in and out. I don't know what's going on with the network today, but yeah. Declan Rice is the guy for the future. I think definitely he has no reason to sign any more contract with some if he doesn't want to repeat the same mistake that he want to mistake that Hurricane did the other time. Welcome to the stream, Helbert. It's been a long time,
Yeah, am I
brother.
audible? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you right. How you doing?
Okay, okay. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I mean, yeah, World Cup, presently it's going on. So, I mean, it's exciting, World Cup is like it happens 4 times a year, but I can't wait for the, Premier League to be back, to be honest. Like, it's getting a bit, I mean, I won't say, it's getting a bit jarring, but kind of, I want the World Cup to end ASAP so we can get into the, back to our clubs because it's getting interesting during this time, especially with the transfer window and all that. So, yeah, man, I mean, I was hearing you about talking about Chelsea's window, and I think Chelsea are going to spend some big money, man, big money, because they haven't spent any money on Potter yet, and you have so many injuries as well. So, I expect Chelsea to spend big money this window.
Yeah, I agree with you. Steven, uh, get everything sorted out and then get back in. Yeah, Steven. Yeah, he's back. All right. I think Steven is back again. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Herbert, 100%. We need players. I mean, the player that was there to help Obama Young out is also injured. We don't know how long he'll be
Yeah,
out. Sterling is not firing. He's been having an off season. The midfield is not clicking very well. Potter hasn't spent any much money at all. Igola Conte looks like his future with Chelsea is going down, 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 and I won't be happy if let's say Barcelona sign him. I won't be happy. I would like him to go to maybe the French league where he can play and play more and without too much pressure on him. But for some reason he has to leave Chelsea because he spent so much time on the bench than he's played for us for the past couple years. So yeah, oh, Steven is gone again. So what do you think? Declan Rice and Igola Conte, Herbert, these two guys, Declan Rice, Igola Conte. I don't know what you want to say about Igola Conte.
no, yeah, I think N'Golo Conte stands up at Chelsea. I don't think he has to hang around, your club and
Yeah,
trying to prove anything more. He's well past his peak. He's getting more and more injury prone. He is your highest paid player, if I'm not wrong. So,
yeah, he is.
ship him off and, try to get some money off him. And then obviously you have a ready-made replacement. I don't know if he is like a ready-made replacement, but he is a replacement in Declan Rice. And I can't think of any other club which he will go. So Declan Rice is there for you guys to take. But I don't think, Declan Rice is enough. I think you need another midfielder with him, someone who can, carry the ball. Like Declan Rice is good. Like he's good defensively and all that. But I think you need someone like a Bellingham, play like that. So because Chelsea's weakest
Bellingham.
point is the midfield, in my opinion. Like you don't have those kind of midfielders. Like Kovacic. I like Kovacic, but he's getting old as well, isn't he? So you need to refresh your midfield. You need to buy some young players like what you did under Conte. Like you bought like Antonio Conte. You bought some young midfielders and you won the league. So I think that's the way to go. But yeah, I think defense is sorted out. I think you have got Fofana back, and I think Guardiol is a likely replacement for Thiago Silva as well. So yeah, man, I think Chelsea exciting times for you. You got dollars as well. So I can't. I already told you before as well. I don't know, man. Like just going to win a trophy for United just because you have so
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We need more players in there, especially attacking saints, the midfield and then all
yeah.
whatever we can because the World Cup came at the right time when Chelsea was not doing well at all. We were losing and losing, and we can't even find our feet with going down. And so I think coming back, players resting, those that did not participate in the World Cup were able to work under Graham Potter to know what he's all about, his tactics and all that kind of stuff. So I think that the break came in at the right time. What about this young guy that Chelsea are trying to exploit the possibility of signing him, Youssoufa Moukoko from Dortmund?
Dortmund.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's 16, 17, like, isn't he? He's also quite young.
very young.
Look,
Yeah,
I don't know what Chelsea's plan is because under Roman Abramovich, you are not really investing into players like these, like 15, 17, you bought that Chukwuemeka from Aston Villa as well. So clearly you're following some kind of, route which involves buying under 20 age players who can, develop and come good so that you don't have to pay big bucks in future. That's what Real Madrid are doing, isn't it? They bought that Endika guy for 70 million. So
yeah. The
I mean,
Henry's,
look, he's
yeah,
a good player. Youssoufa Moukoko, I have watched him a couple of times in Champions League, but I think there will be a big queue for him. For me, I think Chelsea should go for someone like a Bellingham or like a João Felix. I think Felix would be a good option for Chelsea because, we saw him on the World Cup, even though they lost Portugal, but he's a very good player, man. I think he'll suit perfectly. But again, then you have a similar kind of player in Havertz as well. Like, they both are not exactly number nine, but they can play off the striker. So I think Felix would be a good option for you.
yeah.
But
Felix,
in the
yeah,
midfield, I think Chelsea have to go. I mean, look, you can't be giving free run to Liverpool to buy Bellingham. You have to go and, at least put in a bid. I think because he's the next big thing, isn't he? So, yeah, Moukoko is good, but I don't know. I don't know what do you think about Bellingham. Like, I think he'd be a perfect option for Chelsea. He looks like a Chelsea player for me more than Liverpool, even though, like, Klopp plays that high voltage football. So, I don't know. I think Chelsea should go in for Bellingham.
Ooh. It's not going to be that easy. But the Felix with Chelsea showing that interest, is he going to be like how Chelsea have to pay so much money for Romelu Lukaku and then he never live up to expectation? Do you think Chelsea should run away from that kind of deal, especially his super agent Jose Mendes, that kind of a deal? What would you
Yeah.
suggest?
See, I'll talk this about from the United perspective because United wanted, they wanted him in the summer window as well. Like they inquired about him, but they Atletico Madrid they didn't want to give him, and they paid some big money as well. So they want 100 million, more than 100 million
100
for
million, yeah.
if you want to buy. So, so United are looking for an option like sign him on loan in January and then with an obligation to pay in the summer. I think that's a good way to go if United are in. But today there were reports coming that United will not go for Joao Felix because they spend that money on Anthony. So, there is always that. But back to your question about, spending with money like you spent on
Yeah,
Lukaku. But Lukaku was coming towards, he's like 28, 29, isn't he? But Felix is only 22. So even if he flops, you can spend him for big money as well. So he won't be flopping and you have to, recover that money. So but again,
yeah,
I don't feel like, Felix is a good player, but then you have Havertz. Like, he's very similar to Felix in terms of position, even though Havertz,
yeah,
like, he hasn't lived up to that expectation as well. Like, you paid 75 for him, and apart from the Champions League goal, I mean, I don't think he has scored for 3 or 4 games consistently. So, yeah, I think Chelsea have to spend that money very carefully. I still think you need a proper number nine, who you can rely on week in and week out, like you used to do with Drogba and Diego
yeah.
Costa and all that. So that's the way to go. But I still feel, you have to put in a bid for Jude Bellingham. I don't want Liverpool getting a free run, man.
Okay. Steven, you were talking about you had that conversation before your microphone went out. You were talking about the same um, money being spent on Lukaku and they never live up to expectation. How coming on loan from the Spanish league to the league, if Chelsea have to get him, how much money do you think Chelsea have to spend to get him to the club?
I mean, we were talking privately earlier, and
Yeah,
the discussion we were having was that we know Madrid want to get back the majority of the money that they spent. I think
yeah,
I they spent 140, 150 on him, and there was talk of to get back about 120, 130, so only make like a 20 million loss. But based on what I've seen, pretty sure his numbers don't really help either. I mean, I don't see how they're expecting to get anything around that sort of figure.
Right. Yeah. Let me give a little bit of attention to our viewers in the chat. I think I have Helbert with me, so I'm not going to read Helbert's messages. I've already read it. I want to read I123 love you said she said good morning, my brother, watching you from work. I appreciate you taking the time to watch us from work, and make sure you keep your contribution coming in, and we'll take time to read them. If you're watching us for the first time and you haven't subscribed to our platform, do not hesitate. Subscribe, and then we'll put your comments in and how you feel about Chelsea's transfer, January transfer. Whoever you think that Chelsea should sign, let us know, and then we'll give you much more information. If we have it, we will share it with you. Let us be part of the conversation, so we can move on as a family or as a group of people that love football. All right, Helbert. What about there is guys, there is some news, and it was being reported earlier on. I saw it on Twitter about Mauricio Pochettino. I mean, looking into Graham Potter's job, that he feels that Graham Potter is not going to be at the club a long time. What do you make of that statement coming from Mauricio Pochettino? I'll start with Steven.
Yeah, it's not real news anyway. I think it's from Footy Insider, whatever it is, something like that. But we all know what the board's plan is. The board is planning to build like a long-term project with a manager,
Right?
And it's already come out like it's not getting top four. This didn't go mean that we sack Graham Potter. That's not the case. I mean, if it got to a situation where it was 2-3 seasons without it, then okay, I think at that point they would. But when he's come in after a few games, like just after the January, just after the summer windows ended, and if we don't get top four, then like I'm saying, like all the reports are saying he's not going to get sacked this season. I think it would take something like diabolically bad for him to get sacked at the end of this season.
Sure. Thank you very much, Steven. Thank you very much. I have a question here for you, Helbert, as a Manchester United fan. This is a network that we talk football, not for just Chelsea. So Kane is here. Kane wants to know who Manchester United will be signing this January or summer. Anyone linked with the club so far?
I think we have two strong links. I mean, one strong link is there, that is Cody Gakpo. I think that signing could be coming in most probably. I'm 90% sure at this moment because yesterday Ten Hag told in his press conference that United are definitely in for a striker. So I think they are going in for him because we have to replace Ronaldo. So I think Gakpo is a good choice. But again, since we paid 85 million for Anthony and 45 million for Lisandro Martinez, PSV Eindhoven, they want 65 million euros. So 50 million pounds they want. And with United up for sale in the summer window, I don't know if they're going to spend that kind of money. So, but Cody Gakpo is the most realistic option for us, even though he's not really a striker. But he can be made a striker. He's 24 years of age, 6'2", and we saw him scoring goals in the World Cup. So that's the strongest link we have. And then we want to move on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think his time is coming up. He's going to be leaving. So we need to buy a backup right back. So I don't know if Brandon Williams will be coming in because Dalot is injured, mind you. Dalot is injured with hamstring. So he's out till February. So we have to sign a right back as well. So yeah, them two are the most realistic signings in this window for us.
Okay, so Kane, there you go. We have a Manchester United fan here who is part of our network, who comes in all the time. So this is the news that I have for you. So there are players there that United are trying to sign, just like he said. I hope that will answer a little bit of your your question, who you guys will be going in for. You guys have had a lot of players just last summer because of a new manager that was coming in. So a lot of money has been spent. The great Glazers are spending money. People keep saying they don't know the Glazers are not investing into the in club and they're not doing this, they're not doing that. Yes, we know Glazers are weighing. They have things that they have options at this moment. Do they want to proceed? They don't want to carry out by being owners of Manchester United. They have their thoughts. So instead of investing, putting so much money into the stadium, they feel like not to do that, but they invest into the players, which they know they can get some money back from it. That is the mindset, the modern way that the Americans do their sports in one way or the other. So I think they put a lot of money. They've spent billions of billions bringing in a Lukaku, bringing in a Pogba, bringing in what's his name, Martinez. All these players coming from Ajax, big money spent. But let's see what they're doing. They have to start winning. Manchester United have to start winning. Arguably, they're still the biggest club in the world. They have lots of fan base. The fan base is so huge to the extent that you can't count Asia, Africa, Europe, everywhere. The fans are there. So it's about time that Manchester United have to start producing, have to start winning trophies because money has been spent. If someone said the Glazers are not putting money in it, I found it very difficult to understand. Although I may not be a financial expertise, but then I can see from the outside guy, I can see the players they're bringing in. Everything only left. They brought in another guy. I forgot his name. The guy that came in, Steven. What's his name? The one that
Radnick.
is Radnick. Yeah, I used to call him Round Neck. I used to call him Roundneck. Roundneck left, and then Ten Hag is in. They're making the owners are doing whatever they can to make sure this club becomes very successful. It's very difficult from what Alex Ferguson have done back in the days, and then someone has to continue what Ferguson done. It's like Manchester United have set the bar so high. It's the same thing with Chelsea, the same thing with Real Madrid, the same thing with the France national team. England haven't set anything high. So who expect England to go into a competition and win a World Cup? Because they haven't done it in a very long time. So the bar hasn't been set that high. So sometimes I've found it very difficult to understand some English fans when they get so upset. You have to understand that is the norm. That is the outcome of English football at this moment. Player profile very high, but in competitions, why you guys haven't really nailed it, haven't done anything in Europe. Gary Southgate, I would say he's put you guys in the finals last Euro. You played Italy. Italy was way better than you guys. You get what I'm saying? So it's a topic for another day. But we hope next time that England can pull something out. King said thanks. Thanks, his brother, listening to you from Florida, United States. Oh, thank you for listening to us here in the United States. I'm over here in Michigan, so I'm here with you, brother. I'm here with you. Okay, let's go to Barcelona. I think we've talked about this. Barcelona signing N'Golo Kante. We talk about this. Helbert or Steve, who wants to take this? Barcelona signing N'Golo Kante. What do you guys make of this news? Will it be a good signing for Barcelona? I mean, I don't really care. I want someone to take N'Golo Kante out. So if Barcelona is signing him, I'm all for it. What do you guys want to say about it, Steven and Herbert?
Lever FC.
What FC?
Lever FC. You know,
Leave
they kept
FC.
pulling levers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lever 1, lever 2, lever 3. There's only
Leave
so
FC.
many they can do.
Yeah, they're signing free
man.
agents, and
I
it
don't
doesn't look
believe
like
that
it's
report
working for them.
anyway.
Okay. Herbert,
I don't believe that
I'll go.
report anyway.
N'Golo Kante. Herbert, do you think it'll be a good
Yeah,
signing
I
for
mean, look,
Barcelona?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard that news either, so I was just searching. I think Sky Sports were reporting that, and I think Sun are also reporting, and the Sun is not really a reliable source. So,
Yeah.
but look, yeah, man. I mean, he's a free agent. I don't think you should be worried where he goes. He can go anywhere he likes. He's 31, injury prone, on very big wages, so that frees a lot of money for you guys. So you can buy Declan Rice, and I don't know what you think about this player. He's from the United States as well. He was playing for you guys, wearing the number 4 jersey. Is it
Musa.
Musa? Yeah, Musa, exactly. He was looking
Musa.
good, man. He looked good in that couple of games I watched. Against Holland as well. He's got a good engine on him. He's decent with the ball. So, I mean, with American owners as well, there's a very young team, United States. So, I don't know if that could be an option, but look, I still think, you should go and get Declan Rice. He's going to solve your problem for the next 6 years. He obviously, with English players, they want a big contract. So yeah, he's going to be captain in your club as well after Thiago Silva leaves or Aspilicueta. So yeah, I think that deal is ready made for you guys to get you another center defensive midfielder, and that is one position, that DM position, is where Chelsea are probably the best in the business, right from Makelele, SCN, who's that guy, Ramirez. So you guys are very
Mahrez.
good, Conte. So yeah, so I think that will be a good deal for you guys. Yeah. So Conte to Barcelona, I don't think anyone cares. He can go. He's won everything in his career. So go and get paid. And Barcelona is probably the best club to pay you 300, 350 at the moment.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking your time to explain that. If you're watching us, wherever you're watching us from, if it's your first time watching Blue Clouds Media Sports, don't forget, like the video, subscribe if you haven't join our platform. We talk about sports, not just Chelsea, not just any club in specific. We talk sports, so anything that is going on um, in the world of football, we will discuss on our platform. So, as Herbert, you being a Manchester United fan, how do you see Manchester United so far with Martinez? How has been he was being people really criticizing him of his height coming to the Premier League. But how do you see his performance so far with Eric Ten Hag?
Oh man, look, Martinez. I think I don't like to big up my players too much, but in this case, especially with all the things he had gone to, all the things which were labeled against him, his short height, he's from Eredivisie. I think he has been comfortably the best centre back in the Premier League. I mean, for me at least, because without him, except for that Man City game in which we got thrashed 6-1 or 6-2, something like that. Except for that game and apart all the other games, he has been literally a man of the match in every single game. Martinez and Varane. We actually have a centre back partnership which we can rely on since the days of Ferdinand and Vidic. So I think Martinez. It looks good money spent, man. And even if you look in the Argentina team,
Yeah,
I mean the first game in which they lost, he got hooked. That Tottenham centre back Romero and Martinez came in. So he's a natural leader. He's a left-footed centre back, which is it's like gold dust in this modern era because everyone likes to play with that two-footed centre back. So I'm very impressed, and not just Martinez. If you look at all our signings, every signing has delivered so far. Malacia has given competition. Anthony has scored, I think, four goals and 2 assists as well. So Ten Hag signing has been very good. Casemiro is literally our best player in every game. Eriksen has done well. So yeah, man, it's good. Martinez, but definitely for me, I don't think there is a better centre back in the Premier League. Uh, form wise, and how he has. I mean, look, I don't know if you listen to this conversation. These words by uh, uh, who's that manager? Like he comes in and goes managing. I can't remember that guy's name, but he was labeling. He was wanting Maguire to start over a 5'7" centre back. He was saying that on air. And Maguire is our fourth choice centre back. He's not even a third choice. He's a fourth choice behind Lindelof. So that just shows how well Martinez has done. So I'm very impressed, man. I'm very impressed.
yeah, I agree with you. Martinez have really shaped your back four very well, and I like. There's something I like about him. He's a no nonsense guy. He doesn't take anything. He's it's like Once you get on the
Yeah.
field, he doesn't know you. He wants to fight for every 50-50 ball. He wants to win. He's a winner. Although I haven't seen him winning anything that much, but definitely probably he might have win the Dutch league. Holland, right? Ayers, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he might have win the Dutch league. But
Eredivisie.
besides that, I haven't seen him winning anything. But Martinez has been outstanding and really well organized. He sees danger very, very well with his height. He still goes in for all the area balls. This guy, he's a very, very good signing for Manchester United so far. So as we move on, Steven, is there anything you want to add to Manchester United? Everything Hag and his boys.
No, one thing I was gonna say was about the owner situation. So with that, I was watching another YouTuber that I watched. They just sort of play games and stuff, but I think they said like they know about the law and stuff, and like that sort of the statement. If you look at the statement, it doesn't mean they're going to be sold. They're looking at options and stuff. So it doesn't mean they're going to be put up for sale and they're going to be sold. The other thing
Okay.
is, coincidentally, that came out a couple hours after Ronaldo was released. So it could have been a case of, you release me, you have to essentially admit that you messed up. And then by doing that, he would accept a mutual consent and not being paid the rest of his contract. Because that's essentially what they did, if you think about it. They essentially admitted they did wrong, whatnot. Oh, we'll look at options, potentially sell, what. Don't mean they're going to sell. And I read something that some bidders, actually, I think it was the ones who actually can prove they have funds. I think I read earlier, literally not long before we came live, that they actually feel like the price being set is actually too high.
Okay.
So that's another factor. Like they feel like the price is too high. So
Too high.
you've got another issue there. Maybe they intentionally set it at that price to make people like look like, oh, like they're gonna be able to come and like buy them. We'll put a price, whatever, and then they've intentionally put it high so that nobody wants to come and buy the club.
So that's the news coming from Manchester United. Camp Herbert, who's a Manchester United fan, gave us the inside out of what is going on, and I think it's a fair analysis of Ten Hag so far at Manchester United and the outstanding performance from Anthony Martinez, and then Martinez being able to kick Maguire out. But Maguire has still been outstanding in the competition, the World Cup competition. All right, welcome. Let me acknowledge my brother over here. CFC said, he said, let me read what he says. He says, "Hi, my friend, listening and enjoying the discussions. Thank you very, very much for listening and enjoying the discussions. Don't forget to like if you haven't like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you haven't subscribed, and also keep your bell notification icon active so you don't miss anything from Blue Clouds Media Sports as we talk football." He said, "Is Potter the right choice, or is he the right man for Chelsea Football Club?" Which I'm going to throw this question to Chelsea. He wants to know your view on Porter so far, Steven.
I think he is, honestly. There's a reason why he was linked with the England job and a couple of other jobs when managers from big clubs have got sacked. I think he was even linked with like Tottenham and whatnot as well. There's a reason why the top people were looking at him.
Right.
He's impressed them. And you look at Chelsea when he first came in, we were unbeaten in what, 7, 8, 9 games? And then the injuries started to occur. The injuries started to occur and then it went down. But without the injuries, we were playing well. Like maybe not playing well, but he hasn't had time to get his system in. But we were getting the results, and results is all that matters. I don't care. We can play terribly and then nick a 1-0 win. A win's a win. I'm gonna be happy. So we were getting the results, and then the injuries came, and we started going downhill because we had so many injuries. It was when the games were midweek. It was literally like every midweek game about the in week.
Okay. Herbert, what do you think? What do you think, Herbert? Graham Potter.
Uh, yeah, I mean, look, it is very quick to judge him, man, because he hasn't had a transfer window. So I want to see him getting at least some money to spend, and I want to see what kind of a player he wants to buy. Without that, it is very difficult to tell him that he's a flop or he's not a Chelsea manager. So yeah, I would give him a chance. He's a very good coach. I don't know if he has that kind of a like I don't know, like that kind of a aura to manage Chelsea players because you have a dressing room filled with Champions League winners, national team players, and Potter, with all respect, he has only managed Brighton. He
Yeah.
hasn't got that. I don't know if he has that kind of Ten Hag kind of authority in him where he can bench Ronaldo and that kind of ruthless streak. But I think it is very unfair, man. If you're calling Potter out or you're not even giving him a chance, at least give him don't judge him like Tuchel because everyone is saying Tuchel won a Champions League in 6 months, so why can't Potter do something like that? So it's a different manager, different style of coaching. So give him a window, a summer window, and let's see how he does.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Steven. So yeah, one more thing before we move forward. We bring the stream to an end. I think we've covered almost everything that we need here. There'll be another content tomorrow. So we pretty much cover everything. One more thing I'm gonna ask Herbert, as a Manchester United fan, where do you guys see yourself by the end of the season? Are you guys gonna try and push for top four, or will you consider a top six?
I mean, push for top four has to be the priority because look, not Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal are nailed on, so there are two spots left. At the moment, Newcastle are above us, and I think, look, I don't remember the 13th. So,
Yeah.
look, there is a chance, man. If Newcastle get into the Champions League spot, that's game over for at least one of our clubs. Not Chelsea, but I can expect, someone like a Liverpool or Tottenham falling down. Yeah, the third team is Tottenham. So
Yeah.
basically, Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and Newcastle, them guys are the top four. So and Newcastle don't play 2 games a week; they only play one. So I think that's the spot to go for, and probably third. I think Chelsea will come back very strong in the second half because you're going to spend money in the window. So and Liverpool could come back as well. Even though Luis Diaz today it was informed that he's out till March. So yeah, top four is the aim. I don't know if we can get it or not. I think if we sign a striker and a right back, maybe it is a possibility. But yeah, I'm looking at that fourth spot.
Yeah, I think it'll be very, very difficult for some of the teams to try and make it up to top four with the inclusion how Newcastle United are playing. They're playing outstanding football, and it looks like Eddie Howe have got these guys playing very, very good for at this good football at this moment. So very, very difficult for Chelsea trying to maneuver or fight, make its way to the top four. If they're still playing the same way they're playing, Chelsea have to start getting results to be able to fight their way into the top four position. Steven, what do you want to say before we end the stream?
No, I've got nothing else to add. Um, yeah,
All
I've got
right,
nothing
all
else
right,
to add.
guys. Yeah, wherever you are, it is good morning here in United States. Good afternoon in the UK, and then probably somewhere in Asia, it is probably 11 p.m. in China. If I should know, I'm not sure about Pakistan or India, but I'm sure it's definitely evening over there. Guys, take very good care of yourself. I want to thank my co-host Stephen, and also our guest for the night, which is Herbert. I want to thank him very, very much. It's always a pleasure to have him. It's always nice to have people who love football and then listening and then contributing at the same time. So whoever that came on CFC, and then also Kane from the United States, I123, who always observe the platform and also contribute a lot. And then those that are just joining in, you guys are a little bit late, but please, we always have good content on the platform. So join us tomorrow. We'll be streaming live. We stream live on two platforms, Twitter. Also, as of now, I'm live on Twitter, and also I'm live on YouTube. So if you're on any of the platform, don't forget to follow Blue Clouds Media on YouTube, Twitter, and also YouTube, as you don't miss anything. We'll say Lil Desperandons as usual. Hang on to hope. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good night or have a good day wherever you are.